blessed moment to our fellow believers in the Messiah. With humble hearts, we present ourselves before the Creator of heaven and earth, the one who forms the light and creates darkness, the one who makes peace and creates evil. It is He that made the earth and created man upon it. Yes, even by His hands have stretched out the heavens and all their host as He commanded. For who in the heaven can be compared unto the Creator? Who among the sons of the mighty can be likened unto Him? He is greatly to be feared in the assembly of the saints, and to be had in reverence of all them that are about Him. O Creator of hosts, who is strong like Thee? Or to Thy faithfulness round about Thee? Thou rulest the raging of the sea. When the waves rise, Thou stillest them. Thou hast scattered Thine enemies with Thy strong arm. The heavens are Thine, the earth also is Thine. As for the world and the fullness thereof, Thou hast founded them. The north and the south, Thou hast created them. Thou hast a mighty arm. Strong is Thy hand, and high is Thy right hand. Justice and judgment are the habitation of Thy throne. Mercy and truth shall go before Thy face. Blessed is the people that know the joyful sound. They shall walk, O Creator, in the light of Thy countenance. In Thy name shall they rejoice all the day, in Thy righteousness shall they be exalted. For Thou art the glory of their strength. Amen. On this blessed day, we continue to focus on what the Creator is doing in our time, so that, while applying ourselves to His principles and commands, we may have our testament in our time. In today's lesson, we want to remind ourselves as believers of the 10 Commandments that were given to us by the Creator of heaven and earth. These commandments are the foundation on which the doctrine of the Messiah are built, as well as our faith in Him. These commands were not the only ones that were given by the Creator. The Messiah Himself highlighted 2 that He said were the greatest, on which all the other commandments and prophets depend. He spoke of this in Matthew chapter 22, verses 35 to 40, where it states, "Then one of them, who was a lawyer, asked Him a question, tempting Him and saying, 'Master, which is the great commandment in the law?' Jesus said unto him, 'Thou shalt love the Lord thy God with all thy heart, and with all thy soul, and with all thy mind. This is the first and great commandment. And the second is like unto it, Thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. On these 2 commandments hang all the law and the prophets.' As mentioned in previous lessons, keeping the commands shows that we love the Creator, and it is also a key requirement for us to enter the kingdom of heaven. Finally, before we look at the commandments, it is important to note that the 10 Commandments were written on 2 separate occasions, by the Creator of heaven and earth using His own fingers. After it was written the first time on tables of stone, Moses broke the tables of stone. The Creator then used His fingers again to write the commandments on 2 separate tables of stone. This was highlighted in Deuteronomy chapter 10, verses 1 to 4, where it states, "At that time the Lord said unto me, Hew thee 2 tables of stone like unto the first, and come up unto me into the mount, and make thee an ark of wood. And I will write on the tables the words that were in the first tables which thou broke, and thou shalt put them in the ark. And I made an ark of shittim wood, and hewed 2 tables of stone like unto the first, and went up into the mount, having the 2 tables in mine hand. And he wrote on the tables, according to the first writing, the 10 commandments, which the Lord spake unto you, in the mount out of the midst of the fire, in the day of the assembly. And the Lord gave them unto me." Now, this speaks volume as to the importance of these commandments. These commands cannot be treated lightly as if they were some ordinary writings. Let us at this moment, with all reverence, Listen to what the Creator of heaven and earth wrote to us, His people. Exodus chapter 20, verses 1 to 21. And God spake all these words, saying, I am the Lord thy God, which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage. Thou shalt have no other gods before me. Thou shalt not make unto thee any graven image, or any likeness of anything that is in heaven above, or that is in the earth beneath, or that is in the water under the earth. Thou shalt not bow down thyself to them, nor serve them. For I, the Lord thy God, am a jealous God, visiting the iniquity of the fathers upon the children, unto the third and fourth generation of them that hate me, and shewing mercy unto thousands of them that love me, and keep my commandments. Thou shalt not take the name of the Lord thy God in vain. For the Lord will not hold him guiltless that takes his name in vain. Remember the Sabbath day, to keep it holy. 6 days shalt thou labor, and do all thy work. But the seventh day is the Sabbath of the Lord thy God. In it thou shalt not do any work, thou, nor thy son, nor thy daughter, thy manservant, nor thy maidservant, nor thy cattle, nor thy stranger that is within thy gates. For in 6 days the Lord made heaven and earth, the sea, and all that in them is, and rested the seventh day. Wherefore the Lord blessed the Sabbath day, and hallowed it. Honor thy father and thy mother, that thy days may be long upon the land, which the Lord thy God giveth thee. Thou shalt not kill. Thou shalt not commit adultery. Thou shalt not steal. Thou shalt not bear false witness against thy neighbor. Thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's house. Thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's wife, nor his manservant, nor his maidservant, nor his ox, nor his ass, nor anything that is thy neighbor's. And all the people saw the thunderings, and the lightnings, and the noise of the trumpet, and the mountain smoking. And when the people saw it, they removed, and stood afar off. And they said unto Moses, Speak thou with us, and we will hear. But let not God speak with us, lest we die. And Moses said unto the people, Fear not. For God is come to prove you, and that his fear may be before your faces, that ye sin not. And the people stood afar off, and Moses drew near unto the thick darkness where God was. In closing, our desire today as believers should be that as the Creator wrote his commands on those tables of stone, that they be now written on the table of our hearts. We hope that this message was a great blessing to you. Remember to share it with a fellow believer and encourage them to subscribe to our channel. Have a blessed day.